Want to master forest carbon accounting? Welcome to NJMH Nexus. Today we break down Verra's VM0007 framework from A to Z. Hit subscribe and let's dive in.
Protecting a forest from destruction is a tangible climate action, but translating that protection into a quantifiable, tradable carbon credit requires a rigorous mathematical bridge. The VM0007 standard provides that bridge. Rather than acting as a static calculator, it functions as a modular system that developers configure based on their specific landscape. While the configuration changes, every project must execute 4 mandatory accounting procedures: baseline determination, additionality, leakage, and uncertainty. Mastering this 4-step architecture is the mechanical requirement for determining the final credit volume for any project following this methodology. The first step is baseline determination. This is the mathematical projection of the land use changes and emissions that would have occurred if the project never existed. Different drivers of forest loss require different modules. If the threat is unplanned deforestation, driven by local socio-economic forces like subsistence farming, developers use the BLUP module. If the threat is planned deforestation, like scheduled logging, the framework requires the BLPL module instead. This data table from the framework illustrates the level of detail required for these projections. It tracks parameters ranging from crop residue burning to soil organic carbon density, with monitoring frequencies often spanning 5-year intervals. Accurately selecting the baseline module and justifying the historical data sets the mathematical foundation for every carbon credit the project will eventually claim. Protecting a specific patch of forest does not automatically stop the drivers of deforestation. Leakage occurs when the carbon-emitting activity simply moves outside the project boundary. Under VM0007, negative leakage must be deducted. Can an 18,000-hectare project, if stopped loggers simply move 5 miles past the boundary? What happens? This triggers a leakage assessment. Displaced emissions are deducted from the total claims to ensure the net atmospheric benefit is real. Without rigorous leakage monitoring, a project risks becoming a geographical zero-sum game, claiming success in one area while failing to reduce global emissions. The final credits are refined by 2 more tools: VT0001, which proves the project is only viable because of carbon revenue, and VMD0017, which adjusts for statistical uncertainty. This scatterplot of active REDD+ projects shows how these rules play out. The Rimba project is a massive outlier, avoiding over 77 tons of CO2 equivalent per hectare every year. Conversely, the Biocorridor Martin Zagrado project generated only 0.2 tons per hectare annually. A performance gap of this scale is why mandatory uncertainty buffers and rigid additionality tests are the only way to protect the integrity of the forest carbon market. Despite these safeguards, older VM0007 projects faced criticism for baseline inflation and non-permanence risks. Analysts found that many project-specific baselines were overestimating their avoided emissions. To address this, Verra is moving away from project-level baselines. New projects had to clear validation by October 4, 2024, and existing version 1.7 projects must transition to the standardized VM0048 jurisdictional framework by October 2025. Understanding the mechanics of the VM0007 era is essential to recognizing why the market is now forcing this shift towards centralized, large-scale accounting. The blueprint for forest conservation is set. Select the ecosystem module, predict the baseline using local data, and monitor leakage aggressively over a 20-year reporting period. Maintaining this structure today requires transitioning to VM0048 compliance to meet new standards for transparency. You can download our summary of the 4 core procedures in the description below. Like and subscribe as we continue to break down carbon methodologies step by step.